Hello friends, and welcome to a special episode of Build with Bill. Today, we are going to determine how long it takes to make a character at random in Castles and Crusades.
I know more than you.
Okay, friends at home, this is the book, Castles and Crusades, Player's Handbook. And for those of you who aren't familiar with this game, I want you to imagine if D&D under Gary Gygax had evolved separate of Wizards of the Coast. It is an awesome game. It is easy to play. It is intuitive, and I love it, and I encourage people to check it out. So, here's the Player's Handbook. I'm going to flip this open. Some acknowledgments. Of course, they acknowledge Gary Gygax because they appreciate people's innovation. All right, so we have races, we have classes, we have the standard attributes. Before I roll my character up, I'm going to decide what class we are playing at random. So if you're not familiar, let me read through the options. We have barbarians, bards, clerics, druids, fighters, illusionists. Illusionists are their own separate class from wizards, you guys. It's pretty exciting, as are the spells for the illusionists. Knights, which is a different kind of fighter, monks, paladins, rangers, rogues, and wizards. So those are the core classes. Now they do have assassins, and you can multi-class. So if you're into that jam, you can learn about it. So here's what I'm gonna do. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 core classes. That means I'm gonna roll a D12 to determine what class we're making for this character today. There we go. 7. That's a 7. If you can't see that, it's a 7. All right, so Carafa, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Knights. I'm making a knight. So my class is knight. All right, before we get into anything else, let's look up what the knight can do, because I've never made a knight in this game. So we'll see what knights can do. One of the things I love about this book is that the pages are tabbed. See that, Carafa? See that? So I could see that this is the section for classes as I'm flipping through. I love it. Love this book. Excellent layout, easy to use, fantastic book. Okay, here we are, the knight. Knights have a prime attribute of charisma. They have hit dice D10. They can be any alignment, so that's a little bit different from a paladin. Weapons allowed, any except code of conduct limitations. Okay, we'll read about that. Armor allowed, any. So at level 1, you have a D10 for your hit points. Your base to hit is +0. Well, that kind of sucks. All right, and then they have abilities. Birthright Mount. Starts with a Birthright Mount fully equipped. Sweet! Horsemanship. Trained in mounted combat. Fight, deflect, cover, fall softly, leap, charge. Cool. Inspire. Inspire, giving companions bonus to hit equal to charisma bonus of knight. Are you kidding me, bro? That is fantastic. I wonder how that applies. Let's read more. So under the same class description, you have like further elaboration on all of these special things. So the birthright mount, a trained and healthy mount, is important to a knight's station and status. In addition to their starting money, knights begin play with a fully outfitted riding horse, saddle, blankets, saddlebags, bit and bridle, harness, horseshoes, and meal. The mounts are hardier than most, having 2d8 plus 2 hit points. Dude, think about that for a second. My horse is going to have more starting hit points than me. That is kind of dope. A riding horse is not trained for combat, and a knight has some difficulty fighting from a riding horse. See mounted combat. So riding horses, they give their stats here. They attack with 2 hooves for 1d4 plus 1 damage. A light war horse, their vital stats are 3d10, AC 14, move of 60, attack with 2 hooves for 1d4 plus 2, or a bite for 1d4 plus 1d4 points of damage. Cool. Then they talk about horsemanship. So this is one of your class abilities. Knights are trained in mounted combat and are familiar with all types of horses, from mounts used for riding to heavy war horses. Without the need for an attribute check, knights can saddle, mount, ride, and dismount, perform simple leaps and obstacle maneuvers, no more than 3 feet in height, and move around all small items such as barrels. Fight from a mount during combat, melee, and ranged. That's an important point. Melee and ranged. A horseman with a ranged weapon can be very powerful because you can move past your opponents quickly and shoot them. Excellent. Without penalty. Control the mount in combat, guide a mount with the knees, and stay in the saddle when a mount rears or bolts. When viewing a horse or a group of mounts, knights can determine the strengths and weaknesses of each horse and can generally pick out the strongest, fastest, or all-around best horse. When fighting from a war-trained mount, light to heavy warhorse, a knight can direct the mount to attack and still make their attack normally. With a successful check and by foregoing any attack or other action, knights may direct their mounts to perform the following actions while mounted: cover, deflect, fall softly, leap, and charge. Then they have nice descriptions of all of those things, which I'll read about later. Let's read into that inspire thing, because that seems pretty cool. The mere presence of a knight upon the field of battle can alter the mood of armies and change the tide of combat. This gives the knight the ability to inspire companions and followers. Any person friendly to a knight's immediate endeavor gains a bonus to hit equal to the knight's charisma modifier. This ability can be used once per day and lasts a number of rounds equal to the knight's level. The number of persons that are affected increases as the knight gains level. At first level, the knight can affect up to 12 creatures. The ability affects up to 25 creatures at 3rd level, and up to 50 at 5th level, up to 250 at 7th level, up to 1,000 at 9th level, up to 5,000 at 12th level, and 20,000 at 16th level. Yikes. That's pretty awesome. Especially if you're going into battle in a huge encounter and you have a bunch of allies, not just the other PCs, but like hirelings and other allies. That's huge. Very, very, very huge. Cool. All right, so that tells me basically what I need to know. There are some higher level things. As they gain levels, they gain another ability called Embolden. Then they have Demoralize. They have Battlefield Dominance. They have Call to Arms. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, man. Wow. Yeah, and also one minor difference between, not so minor, one difference between Castles and Crusades and like D&D 5th edition. C&C, all the classes go up to level 24, not just level 20. So there's a whole nother world of things. Then there's like the code of conduct, the knightly virtues. So you can kind of flesh that out in conjunction with your castle keeper, which is the GM for the game. So pretty cool. All right, so what are the differences between prime attributes and secondary attributes? So in this game, there isn't like the whole proficiency bonus thing that you have in 5th edition. You have a prime attribute based on your class that is basically means that for those checks, you have your modifier for that attribute plus your level. That's how they do it. So the level replaces a whole proficiency bonus thing. And you can have multiple prime attributes because based on your class and race, you get to choose prime attributes. So we'll get into that in just a second. So I am a knight. I am a knight, and that is a great thing, I think, hopefully. Okay, so... Oh my God. Let's look at races. Krafa, cut back. Okay, so races: human, dwarf, elf, gnome, half-elf, halfling, and half-orc. So the standard fantasy races from ye olde days of D&D. And they have racial ages. They have the height and weight by race. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we have dwarves. Do I want to be a dwarf? That is a good question, Bill. I don't know if I want to be a dwarf. Or should I roll it randomly? I guess I could roll it randomly since I said we were doing random generation. All right, so there are 7 races. I'm going to roll an 8-sider. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Human. If you know me, you know I like being a human. All right, here's our random character. He's a human knight. So let me just skip past the races. Maybe I'll do deep dive videos about the different races at another time. All right, so humans. What makes humans in this game different from like 5e? Primary attributes. Because of the unique nature of humankind, humans choose an additional primary attribute for a total of 3. So every race gets 1, humans get 2. That's kind of dope. That is not kind of dope, that is very dope. So how does that work? I have a primary attribute for charisma because I'm a knight. So what I'm going to do is put a little dark circle next to charisma, and then I get to choose 2 more. Their ability with horsemanship is a dexterity check. So I'm going to also make dexterity a prime. And then last but not least, I think a knight should have strength or constitution as their prime, and I'm going to go with strength because whooping ass. Now, what does this mean mechanically? It means that when I make checks for strength, dexterity, or charisma, I add my level plus my ability score modifier to those rolls, which is cool. Does that mean that I suck with the rest of them? No. If I have decent ability score modifiers with Constitution, Intelligence, or Wisdom, they still apply. I just don't add my level into that roll. Does that make sense, everybody? It's actually simpler than 5e because it's literally just level plus ability score modifier if it's a primary attribute. Okay, so movement is 30 feet. Yeah, all the basic stuff. No attribute or class modifiers, so that's about it for humans. I will get into alignment when I feel like it, but I think that we are at a point where we should probably roll some dice. Because now that I know what my guy's gonna be, I need to determine what my strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma are. Attribute scores are generated by rolling 3d6. The player adds the results of the 3 dice together to create a total score that ranges between 3 and 18. This process is repeated 6 times. Once the 6 scores are generated, each score is assigned to 1 attribute in any order the player chooses. When assigning ability... All right, so there are lots of different ways to roll up characters, right? 3d6 straight down the line, or you could do 4d6, drop the lowest one. So the way that they have it by the book is how I'm going to do it, because this is a whole experiment in generating a random character. Okay, here we go. Rolling up a character, 3d6. Hey, look at that, a 14. Jesus. First roll out of the gate. 4, 3, 1, that's an 8. Ah, there we go. 6, 6, 4, 16. Wonderful. 6, 5, 5, another 16. Look at that, Carafa. 5, 5, 3. Last one, folks. Can I get an 18? Can I get an amen? No. That is a 10. All right. Significantly not bad at all. Not bad at all, Carafa. All right, to assign my stats. So I do want a good charisma. I have 2 16s and a 14. I'm thinking strength's going to be important for combat, so that's going to be a 16 for sure. 16 for charisma, because that'll give a nice fat bonus to my comrades when I want to use that ability. And 14 to dexterity, 13 to constitution, 10 to intelligence, and an 8 to wisdom. Yeah, that sounds good. That'll be fun, because maybe he's not so wise. There you go. Okay, so that works for me. I feel good about that. All right, so in this game, much like other OSR games, it is not +1, +2, +3, +4 on the evens as it is in 5e. Nay, it is +1, +2, +3. So my 8 is going to be a -1. My 10 has no impact whatsoever. My 13 is a +1, yay. My 14 is a +1, yay. My 16s are +2s, huzzah to the tipper. Okay, so that is super cool. I am level 1. I'll figure out a name at some other point in time. All right. So I'm pretty happy with this. This seems like it's going to be pretty cool. So what do I get to start with? That is the question. I get to start with my horsey with all the stuff. Okay, what else do I get to start with? Let's go to like an equipment page. No, not magic. I'm a knight. They do have a fantastic amount of magic and spells, you guys. This game is superb in that regard. The back of this book has the siege engine component. So I'm going to just go to the index and see if I can find equipment. 99. Okay. I'm also going to look up starting money. Maybe they have something for that. Spells. Starting coin. 99. Okay. Cool. Let's dive back to page 99. There it is. It's in the section called Completing the Character. Duh. Okay, so fighters, rangers, rogues, assassins, knights and paladins get 64 times 10 gold pieces. Sweet. Well, I think I'm going to use these dice. That's 4d4 plus these dice. Let's see what I get. 64 coin. So 8, 9, 14, 16, 19. 19 times 10 is 190 gold pieces. Let's go shopping. So another cool thing that I love about Castles and Crusades is that they have way more options for weapons, armor, and equipment than 5e. It is so much more like old school AD&D. Just in the category of like helmets, armors, shields, weapons for pages. If you're old like me, you might remember names like Bec de Corbin or the Glaive Guisarme, or a Fauchard. Yeah. So I have to think about this. What kind of weapons and armor does my dude want to have? And how much money do I want to spend on those things? We should probably get some kind of beefy armor, but we only have 190 gold pieces. That is rough. That is rough. I think maybe chainmail. Yikes. Armor's expensive. Okay, well, a chainmail shirt is 100 gold pieces, but it gives me a +4 to my AC, which is good. Then I could maybe get a shield. Like a small wooden shield. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Just thinking out loud here. I haven't bought anything yet. Just doing a little shopping. Man, that higher level armor is really expensive. Super expensive. Yoinks. Okay, so let's say I'm just going to be a standard longsword kind of fellow. Oh, that's not bad. 15 gold. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, maybe I could get a bow too, because my dex is decent. Okay, so let's go shopping. I am going to buy a chainmail shirt. Yeah, I can't afford anything in the +5 armor category. Oh, actually, I could. I could get a coat of plates for 100 gold. Is that what I want, though? I could get a Greek ensemble, which is Bronze armor, leg greaves, arm greaves, breastplate, and medium helm. You know what, dude? That actually low-key sounds kind of cool. I'm going to get the Greek ensemble. So armor, Greek ensemble. Be like Clash of the Titans, Karafa. All right, so that's 120 of my gold. Yoinks. Down to 70. All right, but that does give me a sweet-ass +5 to my AC. Then I'll get a shield. Maybe a buckler. A buckler costs me 2 gold, so now I'm down to 68, +1 to my AC. Then I'm going to get a sword of some kind. Scimitar or longsword. They cost the same. Scimitar is 1d6, longsword is 1d8. There is clearly only one option. Although, just stylistically, I do enjoy a good scimitar. All right, so longsword is, how much does that cost? 15, so that brings me down to 53 gold pieces. Now, do I want a ranged weapon? Like maybe a bow, so I could shoot things from my horse? And then do I get a short bow? Because the longbow is kind of bulky. Short bow damage is 1d6. I think I will. I will get a short bow because they're also cheaper. Short bow. That is going to cost me, 30, bro. Down to 23 gold. All right, then of course I need arrows. Let's get 20 arrows. And that cost me 2 gold, so I'm down to 21 gold. All right, I haven't even bought adventuring equipment, but you guys, there's pages of adventuring equipment. So let's do the standard loadout, Bill. Good idea, Karafa. Backpack is 2 gold. Backpack. A bedroll is I don't know the silver to gold. I don't know if it's a 10 to 1 thing. It probably is. All right, so I'm down to 19. Let's get water skin. Water skin, 1 gold, down to 18. Because water is important to live. Let's get some rations. And a 10-foot pole. No, just kidding. Food. Where's food? Food, rations. 1 week, 3 gold. All right. Rations, 1 week, 15 gold. What do I want to put in my backpack, Bill? I don't know, something useful. Oh, I'm a human. I don't have dark vision. I need torches and oil and a tinderbox. Do they have the coin conversion? Okay, here we go. 10 gold is 1 platinum, 10 silver is 1 gold. Okay, so it's a 10 to 1 thing. So that's good. That's easy. I like that. So tinderbox, 1 gold. Man. Because fire is important. And this actually shows 10 uses for my tinderbox. That means it's not like infinite. It's kind of good. Oh, I want a crowbar. Because sometimes you got to open things up. Crowbar is 2 gold, down to 12. What else do I need? Flask of oil, 1 gold, down to 11. Flask of oil. Torches. Torch, 1 copper. I'm just going to buy 10 torches because that's 1 silver piece. Meow, meow. Which means I have 10 gold and 9 silver pieces. I think that's it. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I need rope. How much is a grappling hook? Probably expensive. More money than I have. Oh, grappling hook's 1 gold. 50 feet of hemp rope is 1 gold. That brings me down to 8. 50 feet of rope and a grappling hook. Okay. Pow. Should I get a cloak just for warmth? Clothing. Cloak. 5 silver pieces. Yes, I will. Thank you. Cloak. There we go. Done. All I need is a name and an alignment. My alignment is... crap, I dropped my pencil. Good thing that we're using a shotgun mic and not a lavalier. My alignment is going to be lawful, neutral, because I'm lawful, but neutral. And I need a name. Wilhelm. No, I'm wearing Greek armor, and I have a German name. Okay, we'll figure that out. So, that's it. I don't know how long this video took, but it seems like it was really easy to do, right? Right? We're ready to play this game. We're ready to play CNC. So, I'm excited. I just made this character, totally randomly generated, and it was fun and easy, and I'm all equipped and ready to roll and go on adventures. So, hopefully you have found this little tiny sneak peek into the world of Castles and Crusades to be entertaining and or informative. If you want me to do more things like this, maybe deep dives into the game or into the different classes, exploring this, or more character builds in CNC, please comment below. If I get enough feedback, I might just be motivated to do more. But in the meantime, I hope that you've learned that this game is just as good, nay better, than playing D&D, so you should check it out, because I think that Castles and Crusades captures the spirit of adventurous, heroic role-playing games. Hope that your games go well, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Krafa, you had better be joking, or I will stab you with a dull spoon. Man, my Vegas dice just sucked. I cannot believe how poorly they rolled. That is disappointing. Ow.
Well, hello, and welcome to Blayne Allen World. I am Wizzy, the Wizard. I'm back once again to remind you to subscribe and click on the notifications button, and also watch videos that are over there. Tune in to the next episode of whatever show you were just watching, and watch other shows featuring Bill. He made me say that because he's a narcissist. Okay, bye.